Здравейте, приятели, и добре дошли в поредния епизод. Къде се намираме този път? NEC Birmingham. Най-голямото събитие на острова. Нека видим с какво ще ви запозная днес. Както знаете, тук сме този път да не се занимаваме с кемперите. Ще гледаме само караваните. Има доста от тях. Като една от основните марки е Coachman, после ще отидем при съседното Бейли. Сега, има изненада малко по-нататък на някои от другите щандове, но ще видите за какво става на въпрос. Една идея по-късно. Както знаете, се опитваме да видим кои са новите неща тази година и заради тази цел се оглеждаме от горната страна на караваните, за да видим дали има някъде някакви табели. Защото при Бейлито има табели, където пише нови модели. Но тук няма. Така че нека да се разходим, да видим кои са свободни, за да можем да погледнем как изглеждат вътре. Нека да влезем в този Coachman VIP 575, който изглежда доста прилично, ако трябва да отбележим. С тази бая голяма спалня и огромната баня. Така, ето как изглежда банята на тази каравана. Чудесно. Като големина. Много доволно. Включително свежа, приятна и нова. Това е нещо нормално очаквано от тези нови каравани. Изглеждат много прилично, много готини, обаче струват и пари. Тази не е от най-ефтините, над 30 000 паундери. Но ще отидем при Бейли, които определено могат да конкурират тая работа с едни много интересни нови модели, които искам да ви покажа. Значи много приятно изглежда тази каравана вътре, ако трябва да бъда честен. Харесваме малко как са променили дизайна, как е подредена. Има и тези приятни дървени панели, които са отпред и са скрити там местата, където са свързани самите панели на караваната. Сега тази трябва да бъде проверена, защото не съм 100% сигурен дали е от композитни материали или е дървена рама. Сега, както можем да забележим, това прилича на тапет и тук има типичната снапка за тапета. Но панела би трябвало вече да е композитен, което да го направи доста по-устойчив. Сега обаче те са ни спрели доста път тук, не можем да видим абсолютно нищо. Евентуално, ако успеем, но не можем да успеем, защото също това е декоративен панел, който не можем да мръднем. Много ми е любопитно да видя как са решили въпроса с захващането на тая цялата работа заедно. Другото нещо, което може да ни помогне евентуално е да видим какво се случва отпред и какво представлява самата предница, но отново имаме декоративни неща, които ни пречат. Не съм фен на тези декоративни неща, които ни пречат, но да отбележим само, че караваната вече разполага с друга отоплителна система. Въпреки че трума е собственик на Audi, те почват да изяждат пазара на трума, особено за по-квалитетните каравани, защото могат да им дадат малко по-качествена топлина, малко по-бързо загряване на водата, защото всичко там е заедно. Но за това ще ви разкажем една идея по-късно с бат Краси, но те им изядат буквално пазара. Много приятна караванка. Краси, какво ще кажеш? Аз смятам, че е доста добре. Изглежда изключително готина, свежа. Но как ще се представи на теста на времето, това не можем да кажем. Нека да обърнем внимание на техническите и параметри. Като стартираме от цената, която е 38 000 паунда почти. Вътрешна дължина 5,80, чудесно. Цялостна дължина с теглича 7,43. Цялостна височина на самата каравана 2,3 метра. С антената 2,6. Празното тегло на караваната е 1500 кг, а когато е с максималния допустим товар 1666 кг. Като цяло никак не е лошо. Но както знаете, тези каравани изглеждат така от доста години и това не е нищо ново на пазара. Да си припомним само какво представлява сглобката на тази каравана. Панел и горен панел, които са фанати не по типичния начин, защото вече тук няма фиксинги в тези лайси. Фиксингите се намират вътре и те държат панелите един за друг посредством алуминиевата рамка. Така, той го споменахме в някои от предните видеа, че Бейли изкочиха с тази революционна система през 2008. Обаче другите хора почват да се измислят. Смарт тек, не знам си какъв тек. И използват много активно тяхната идея, която е да се премахне цялостният дървен материал от рамката и максимално да изчезне от места като тук и отсам, да даже и от пода. Защото колкото повече дървен материал, толкова повече главоболие. Композитните материали доста по-дълго време им отнема, за да могат да почнат да се разрушават или да се увреждат по някакъв начин. Но те пък през годините страдат от други неща, което е течове. Като например, за да ми кажете, че само хваля Бейли, когато Бейли измислят начина, по който се правят тези каравани, който е много интересен. Когато караваната се конструира, всичко предварително се изрязва на CNC машина. Пяната, която се намира вътре, която е с висока плътност, и вътрешната част, която е де-факто завършикът на стената, този сандвич се прави предварително. След това се изрязват всички отвори и места, където ще има допълнителни капаци. И това се превръща в едно огромно лего, което просто се докарва на едно място и почва да се поставя върху самото шаси. Също така решават да направят и промяна и в пода. Вместо да използват дървени материали, почват да използват така наречения GRP, който водата не го мори. Също в определени модели има пяна и в пода, която да помогне при по-ниските температури, но не се лъжете, това не може да се сравнява с скандинавските каравани. Помага до някаква определена минусова температура, но не е топа. И оттам нататък имаме горен слой, който само е за здравина и добър външен вид в каравана. Така че, както казах, за да не ме хейтите, че само хвалят Бейли, те имат проблем през година с ето такива зони. Места, където този панел, който е предварително зарязан, за да може да се сгъни правилно и сяда до най-отдолу, цялото това нещо е хванато едно за друго и е силиконирано, за да може да предотврати входа на влага. Но ето такива места, като тук, около дръжките, които допълнително трябва да бъдат залепени. Както и горните места, където панела се снажда с тавана, в зависимост от това дали снатката е тук, както е при тази каравана, или в задния край, това се определя от дължината. Те не го доизмислят още в началото и там първите години караваните имат проблем и текат. Почват да просмукват през стената и евентуално да стигнат до пода. Сега не е края на света, управимо е, но просто трябва да се внимава за него. И също така може лесно да бъде поправено от самите вас с правилните материали, правилното почистване и подготовка. Така че Бейли не са невероятни, но определено предлагат по-хубави неща на по-добри цени. Изглежда доста по-готино. Самата комбинация на цветовете. Материалите не мога да кажа, че са някакви супер топ като изработка, но начинение изглежда доста добре. Това е шкафове, големи, просторни. Тук имаме информация за караваната. Краси, харесва ли ти?
Разположението на леглото е по-добро от предните, понеже има повече място в посока тоалетната и банята.
Спалнята ми харесва размера и същевременно. Тук е доста така прибрано, за да може само да се дръпне тази шторчка и да стане това, което трябва да стане. Гардеробчето също изглежда много добре. Имаме добра големина. И като цяло много прилично и приятно. Тук вече не е с балатум, а тук имаме... Щях да ви излъжа, това си е балатум, просто изглежда като ламинат. Банята е изключително приятно изглеждаща. Може да ви изглежда клаустрофобична лекичко, но е доста широка. Има достатъчно място в тоалетното, шкафче, закачалки, етажерки, огледало и душкабината, която от това малко пространство е доста добра. Може да влезе един човек абсолютно спокойно. Тук също имаме шкаф долу и под мивката. Много прилична според мен. Вратата е пързарична са, за да има максимално пространство, за да не се заема място да се отваря навън и навътре. И доста добре осветена. Ето какво представлява от вътрешната страна сега панелите, които използват Alutec Body Shell. Те вече не са тапети, а са панели. А връзките са точно там, зад този трим или декоративна лайсна. Както надолу, така и горе. Къде се намира обаче снатката? Ето е снатката. Тук се събира панела на тавана с панела, който е пречупен, за да покрие задната страна. Тук караваните имат проблем още от самото начало и ако почнат да тикат, почва да става неприятно. Но това не означава, че те ще се разградят. Нищо подобно. То няма какво да се разгради, защото няма дърво. А предницата е един цял панел. Пространството е доста добро, между другото. Какво ще кажеш, Краси?
Да.
Прилично.
Изчистено. Валовете са под печката преместени, не като на старите модели, под
това
леглата.
Това е доста по-добре. И там отпред има един отвор, който отива към
газ бутилките.
А там даже може да се види и от какво е направен самия панел, самия композит. Не знам дали ще успея да стигна до там, но ето какво представлява композитния панел. И ето как изглежда и предната страна. Декоративни панелчета. Тук също времено. Краси, познай какво има тук.
Пяна.
Не, как се казва това?
Комплимент.
О, майко.
Стари
Почва да
спомени.
ти става лошичко. Но няма проблем, нали? Той е просто да уплътни фугата. Защото тук де-факто няма абсолютно нищо. Самия панел, това беше доста близко, само вижте колко близко преминава. Много добре. Това де-факто просто покрива фугата от панела, който е събран тук във ъгъла. Снатките му се намират тук, зад това нещо. Изглежда доста добре. Огромен прозорец, много светлина, адски приятен краси. Шторите била ли ги?
Да.
Добре скрити, вече не са само с пластмаса, има приятни декоративни панелчета.
По-солидни са.
Като цяло ми харесва. И цената най-вероятно ще бъде доста по-конкурентна от другите марки. Така че Бейли, какво да ви кажа? Ние с Краси сме малко привърженици, просто защото успяват да дадат правилното съотношение пари, качество и същевременно изработка и издръжливост. Да, пространство също, да не забравим пространство. Пак шторка.
Стоп валовите са отдолу под печката.
Последното нещо, което забравихме да споменем, е, че тук вече разполагаме с климат комби бойлера, който едновременно топли и пространството, топли и водата.
Няма такова отворено.
Няма помещение.
Да, те са може би от другата страна.
Значи много правилна бележка. Краси забеляза, че входа за газовите бутилки е на различно място. Нека видим обаче къде. Той се вижда така хубаво между караваните двете, но и там има една рамчица.
Просто двете са паркирани така, че да не може да има достъп до тях. Стартно, като другите по 2 газ бутилки.
Да, или една по-голяма с G7 на крайник. Класическо Бейли. Да видим какво има на щанда на Адриан. Защото обичаме не само английско произведените каравани, и европейско произведените каравани. Просто харесваме хубавите каравани. Дошли сме на къмпинг шоу да си купуваме бижута. Представяш си какъв е този щанд? Я да видим какво има вътре. Пак има опашка. Ще чакаме. 28 000 паунда, 391 LH. 3 метра. Миниатюрна. Дали става за рибария? Да споменем само, че ето къде е снатката. Е там горе. На тази каравана. Факто, два панела. Един огънат за предната част, един огънат за задната част, защото тя е малко шантава. Има много интересна форма. Как изглежда тази караванка? Защото да не отнемаме много време и на другите хора. Поставите интересно решение за тази маса, която най-вероятно се извърта. Точно така. Супер. Да видим тук страна отпред. Много ме е любопитно да видим как се надига помещението. Различни диванчета, хубаво така завършек, доста пространство горе в шкафовете, бая е. Тук може да се види най-вероятно края на караваната, точно така, но съответно не виждаме снатките. Отново няма тапети, вече всичко е композитни панели, което е хубаво. Просто не ги чупете, защото са скъпи за пратка. Тук обаче има един много интересен хладилник, който вместо да е долу, е дигнат горе. Я, Краси от твоята страна, отвори да видим. Той долу има. Малко по-интересен, висок, но тесен, напълно благоприятен, караванката за 2 човека. Изчи доста добре. О, тук шкафчетата, арката на гумата, пода се вижда. Супер, като цяло караваната е много готина. Нафърлим един бърз поглед на банята и да излезем. Банята изглежда доста добре, с тази парзаляща се врата, която спестява пространство. Чудесно. Туалетен тетпорт. А тия прозорци виж
не
как
са изпъкнали.
Че го забеляза Краси това нещо. Прозорците вече няма обратния ръб, а са равни с външната алуминиева рамка. Това Краси си има плюсовите, обаче си има и минусите, защото тук водата вече ще се събира в тази фуга и зеленината ще почне да влиза тук и да остава тук вместо по-скоро да стои от външната страна. Дали знаеш? Но само времето ще покаже колко е адекватно това решение. Да видим дали нашата първа оговорка ще се изпълни. First of all, let's start. Since when is this implemented on caravans? Like, is that something new for this year?
No, it's been a while. I think the first system was released around 2013, 2014.
Okay, with this type of equipment?
Exactly the same as this.
Has it had any improvements over time?
So the ECU, or its brain, essentially, inside the pump, that changes every year. There's a new update every year.
Updates, a little bit better, works smoother.
Just like you'd update your phone. but instead they
but that
change.
does it like every month or week or something.
This is every year it gets a new one.
Okay, so what do we have now? This is, for example, our situation where the caravan just parked
So
up.
yep, you've unhitched your vehicle.
Yep.
You're pulling around the side. You'll get into your caravan. This will be your handset.
Yep.
And all you do is turn it on and press the down button, and then it starts to do its thing. So it'll bring down its 2 center jacks first.
Okay.
These
Yeah.
are
So we got hydraulics in the
2
middle.
hydraulic jacks. These are 1 ton apiece, so these will take about 90% of the weight of the caravan.
Lovely.
And it will just balance it on these corner steadies, which are also hydraulic as well.
Obviously takes some time by the time the hydraulic pumps up all the oil around the system.
So it's about 90 seconds total. So it's about a minute
Really?
and a half.
That's
all it takes
really
to
quick.
completely level a caravan. Yeah.
How, thinking about that, how does it know how to level itself? What basically plays the leveling point?
So there is a gyroscope in there, inside that brain unit.
Yep.
We set the level anyway. So we'll set the level, we'll tell that brain where is level. The gyroscope inside will take it to that point.
And it calibrates itself off of that point.
Off of that point, exactly that.
Does the gyroscope and the whole control unit need to be in the middle of the caravan?
It'll be underneath. So that's just the display. It'll all be mounted underneath. The only thing you'll see inside of the caravan is that.
Okay.
That's it.
But there's no problem with this being on the underside, you know, weather conditions, water, towing it through.
It's completely
that's
waterproof.
all sealed.
All goes in the same spot every time. You'll have no issues with that sort of thing.
Very nice. And what is the feedback of people? What would you say are the feedbacks of them? Do they like it? Has there been any issues?
We've always had great feedback for this system. The EMP, the level C anyways. It's as easy as unhitching your vehicle, pulling around the side. By the time you pulled your car around, it's level. So, you know, you're not doing this in the rain anymore, getting down on your knees.
That is something that I would gladly get rid of.
Yeah. Another feature I will show you is it's got a manual mode. So you're able to control the front, the rear, the side to side. So I can lift this side up.
If you want to,
If you want to, just like so. So if you've got an Alco wheel lock for say, the wheel will spin freely, you can put it on and then you can drop it back down.
Lovely.
So let's say you're finished doing what you're doing, you just press the up button and same again, about 90 seconds, it will drop down.
It wraps up the whole thing.
Yep.
Nice and easy. That's like a
It's
no-brainer,
so
isn't
simple.
it?
That's the selling point for this, of how simple it is. So it's so easy to use.
Yeah.
It's very user-friendly. And like I said, it avoids being out in the rain while you're trying to
Lovely.
do everything you need to. So
You know what's the most important question though? What does that add to your caravan price? And can you actually have it on an older caravan, which is a high spec, let's say, that you don't want to part with?
yeah, so it doesn't matter what caravan you have it on. These are universal for every caravan. We make it work, essentially.
Okay.
They can be taken off and put onto a new caravan, so they're fully interchangeable. You buy one system, you'll be able to keep that for every single caravan you own.
Nice.
They're relatively...
How much will that impact our pockets though?
So
a system of that kind?
So for this one, with that fixed handset panel, it's 3,750.
With fitment or only
With
parts?
fitment, that's total price.
That happens in an Alco service shop, I presume?
Service, yeah. We've got our customer centre down in Southam, so we fit in Southam, and then we have an approved dealer network, so massive dealer network. People close to you will be able to fit.
So basically, if I wanted on my Coachman pasticcio that I'm working on, I could have one of these if I wanted to.
Yep.
Is it worth it though? Is another question.
100% they're worth it. You know, it's easy use. Like I said, if you're out all the time, you'll notice how easy it is. Only adds 29 kilos to the caravan.
Is that all?
That's all.
29
so
kilos.
The system itself is just over 40, but once we've taken your original corner steadies off,
Oh yeah, you reduce that.
net weight is only 29 kilos.
Is there any warranty on the system?
Yep, so you get 2-year warranty with it. Service it after your first 2 years, and every year after that, come back, do a health check sort of thing.
Basically like an MOT, isn't it?
Exactly.
You just run your standard
Exactly.
MOT check yearly. Lovely, that's perfect for this, but is there anything else interesting that you can show us
so
today?
we've got the High 4, which is our motorhome version
Yeah.
of this, and then we've got the Level M, so I'll show you to the High 4. So this is a Level M Pro.
Oh, we're gonna have this on first. Let's start with that. Like this is thought out for smaller camper vans, bigger,
Doesn't matter,
integrated.
Doesn't matter, these are universal fit for all motorhomes. This system works slightly differently to the caravan, so instead of having centre jacks, this has 4 jacks, 2 on the front, 2 on the back. Way Level M works is, again, same sort of deal, one central hydraulic pump, brain unit on top, everything's all compact and into there. And this will be the touch panel. So it's almost like a little phone, and that's got everything on it.
Nice user system.
Exactly, yeah, simple as. On these as well, you're able to weigh your motorhome. So it will lift,
It gives you the amount of weight on it.
so it will lift your wheels completely off into the air.
This way, you know if you've overloaded it.
Exactly.
That's actually,
So if you
that does not come as a feature on the other one?
not on the caravans, but the motorhome ones.
That's an idea
they
for
do.
an
Yes,
improvement there.
But yeah, all motorhome ones are able to weigh themselves. So especially going to Europe, the restrictions are quite tight on
Yes,
axle
yeah.
load.
Germany and Austria, I can tell you from experience, are really bad. You don't want to have a fine of a couple of thousand euros over
So
there.
you just do this at home, weigh it yourself.
Very nice.
But yeah, so this will level it as well. So it's currently level, sat level
Yeah.
as we speak. So you can see the front. It's got the
We
two
can
rams
actually
down the
watch
bottom,
and see it.
and then the two rams on the back. So the Level M Pro works on all chassis. So Alco chassis, Fiat original chassis. This works on the Ford chassis as
Pretty
well.
much all suppliers. Nice and convenient for everyone.
Then
Very nice.
you also have the retraction pump. So if anything was to fail with the hydraulics, it comes with a little bar and you can retract everything. So
Yeah,
if
you
all-
just release the oil pressure.
exactly. So if all does go wrong, you've got those features there.
You ain't gonna be jacked up.
You're not
Won't
gonna
be
be
able to
stuck.
move. That's good. Oh, nice. Probably warranty, same procedure as that.
Same procedure. The warranty on this one is also 2 years. Every year after that, come back for a service
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Do you get a lot of these fitted? I presume so.
So we don't actually fit them. It's a guy called Mick from SAP. He fits all
Okay.
of these. We prioritise the high fours. Yeah, I'll show you two then. So this is a high four.
Yeah.
Very similar to the way the Level M works. However, on a high four, each ram has its own individual pump unit. So instead of
Right,
having one
because
central
it's
pump,
a bit stronger, you would say.
it's a bit stronger and it also doesn't take up room. So a lot of the motorhomes we have in, they'll have water tanks, waste tanks. That
Yeah,
will
they're trying
span-
to squeeze as much
squeeze
as they
as much as
can.
possible underneath. So having it like this means that you only need to take up a small amount of space per corner instead of a giant amount of space in the middle.
Good solution.
It is a great solution.
This is again an Alco patented.
Yes, this is an Alco patented product. Same again, this bit dissimilar to the Level M. This doesn't go on a Ford chassis. This will be for Alco chassis, Fiat original, rear-wheel drive Mercedes Sprinters,
Okay.
panel vans. that
So
sort of thing.
basically, you can actually grab yourself a Sprinter van, make it up yourself, have this
Yes,
on.
as long as it's got the panel van chassis,
Yeah.
we've got the brackets for that. So
Now that is very interesting because a lot of the people that are following me have this idea because it's a little bit convenient for some to move and they like to make it themselves. You know, they prefer a hands-on thing instead of just going and buy it. So that's actually a very nice idea. I might have to include some additional details where they can get that.
yeah. So the vans, motorhomes, it doesn't matter what. This can go on quite.
What
nicely.
is the strength for these then? You said
So-
they have their own pumps.
So these do 2 tons each.
You're talking about 8 tons
8
in
tons
total.
Yeah.
That's like a truck, a rigid.
Yeah. So they're more than capable of doing anything that you need. The foot plates have a relatively large surface area as well, so any boggy ground or anything like that.
Oh yeah, that's 250 diameter, I would say, roughly.
About 210 roughly. It's
That's
more
a
than big
nice
enough
footstep.
to do it. Yeah.
Again, the important bit here. How much does that cost? Because this one is, how much
So
is that one?
that one, the Level M Pro, is 6,950 for the Level M Pro.
6,950.
Yep.
6,950.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
The Alco High 4 base price is 7,500
Yeah, with fitment, obviously.
with fitment,
And we have that one at 3,000.
3,750
Oh,
pounds.
4,000, yeah.
Yeah, this is seven and a half. If you're part of the Caravan and Motorhome Club, we have various deals and offers
Yes,
for people. So
As usual.
we can drop it down to about £7,000 depending on what kind of clubs you're in.
Nice.
Again, this is one we fit predominantly at our customer centre. So based in Southam, we get installs week in, week out,
Yes,
5
yeah.
floors,
Calendar booked.
fully booked. Yeah.
All people like everything that makes their life easy.
Exactly.
Especially, like you said, they don't want to be out in the rain.
No.
They want to be sat in there, buzz button,
Exactly.
everything levels up.
The best thing about this one, you won't need to leave your motorhome at all. So there are some that will have the Alco steadies on the back,
Yeah.
so you get your drill under.
Okay.
There's no need for any of that. Completely levels motorhome in, again, about 90 seconds.
Like this is the real deal, yeah? You just park up, switch your
This
car
is
off,
it,
push
exactly
the button, and you're level.
That's it, simple as that. But not only is it level, you've got 6 points of contact across the floor now. So you've
Yes.
got 4 rams, and then you've got your 2 back wheels which you'll be touching. So any side winds while you're sleeping, one person's awake in the living area, one person's trying to sleep, there's going to be no
No
rocking at
rocking,
all.
no movement.
There's going to be no movement. It's completely
Now,
solid.
That's lovely.
So-
I would say that's like every man's dream.
Yeah. So yeah, let's say, like I said, you're trying to go to sleep. Someone else is up and awake, moving about.
Nah,
you're not going to notice.
let's skip that part.
Yeah, nice and
Nice.
easy.
Thank you very much for all the useful information.
Yeah, it's all right, no
I
problem.
really hope the people will take on board the stuff that you actually can provide to them and take use of it. Just go out there, look for you, see where's the nearest branch that they can actually get this. And if you don't want to be staying in the rain, go and get one. Yeah, don't think about it. Invest in it so your life becomes easier. Thank you very much,
No problem. Nice to meet you.
and hopefully we'll see you next year.
We will.
Продължавайки да се движим през експото, какво ще направим сега? Показахме ви какво представлява алгостабилизиращата система. Сега обаче ще отидем там долу да ни разкажат за какво става на въпрос с аудиопотеплението.
Corrosion inhibitor deteriorates over time, and that can end up with where you can get bacteria growing in the fluid that can sort of cause a little bit of corrosion damage. We use aluminium pipework for the
Which keeps the build-up free.
Exactly, yeah. We use 16 mil. This one's a little bit different because it is a demo version, but 16 mil aluminium tube with EDPM rubbers connecting it all together.
Very nice. How does the actual system work? If you can explain that, because a lot of people, like me to be fair, in the beginning, I sort of thought that the radiator bits, apart from the towel drying one, are in the walls. Are they?
They're not in the walls, they're actually on the walls. So all the convectors, all the radiators and your pipework go behind your furniture boards.
Right.
So you don't really get to see them. Your furniture boards are then built around the convectors, so you allow the natural convection of air. So a lot like your central heating at home.
Sucking up from the bottom, cold air,
so
running through the...
exactly that. Yeah, it will draw the air in from the bottom and then circulate out the top.
Very nice. Is this model specifically something new, or is that something that's been out on the market, or is there anything newer, let's say, to this certain system?
Okay, I mean the 3030 Plus is the newest version of that, but we do a 4000D version, so that's a diesel and electric. But
Which
yeah,
is nice for the camper vans, isn't it?
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
blow out
so,
diesel
yeah.
straight from the fuel tank.
nice for the panel van converters. I mean, this model here as well, this is quite nice because it has got an engine heat exchange on as well.
Okay.
So what that does, that uses the waste heat from the engine of like a motorhome
Yeah.
to heat the living area whilst you're driving. So when you get to site, your living area is probably already like plus 20 degrees.
Well engineered then, yeah?
It's very clever.
Someone's thought about how to use the excess heat. And
Yeah,
the-
100%. Yeah, it's a
Very nice.
very nice accessory.
So apart from keeping on top of the fluid, keeping it clean, obviously we don't want a lot of stuff around it, trying to,
Exactly
hook it up
that.
with
If you
stuff.
put a lot of stuff around there, the boiler will.
Not be efficient.
It won't overheat, but it will go into like an overheat mode, so it will stop itself basically. It will just cut out.
Do we have it as an optional, or is it a standard, the floor heating? Because I would think this would be, a nicer add-on to people, but they'll probably think, okay, if I want an underfloor heating, that would probably cost me another £1,000 or 2,000.
Yeah, I mean the underfloor heating would have to be at the manufacturer stage, so it'd have to be put in as you're building the caravan or motorhome. But the underfloor heating is teed into the heating circuit, so when your heating's on, it'll heat the underfloor as well.
Probably the most important question of the day, which I've been asking around, what would this little beauty cost us to get put in, let's say in a caravan, which is not brand new?
Yeah,
Let's say if we
yeah.
want to change it in...
Yeah, I mean,
I'll give
yeah.
you an example. I've got a Coachman Prestige 2011.
Yep.
Heating is a problem because it's a Truma blow air.
Mm-hmm.
What would it cost me if I want to put that in my Coachman?
I would say parts-wise, you're probably going to be around 3,500,
And I'll have to put in the manual labor.
and then fitting it. Yeah.
What if I want to have someone fitting it for me without the underfloor, because I know that's going to be a big
Yeah,
thing.
it all depends on their labour rate, but I would probably allow 2 days, maybe 3 days of labour to install. So it's not that expensive.
And it won't add too much to the cost.
I wouldn't have thought so, no.
But it'll get the caravan like 2026.
It will
up
get
to
it
spec.
very, very warm, yeah.
Because at the minute, my issue is that the caravan is nice, solid. It gives a lovely layout because it's got a big bathroom, but it's cold.
Yeah.
And that is the problem, because I got 2 small kids and I want to try and keep it warmer, especially in this part of the year. We can't go out. It's
Yeah.
constantly raining. So at least invest in this, not invest in antibiotics for the kids.
That's very true.
I would say this is a better solution for me.
I mean, this one here, if you combine the gas power and the electric power, that's nearly 8.5 kilowatts of power.
I don't use that much in my house.
Yeah, so that's a lot of power.
That was easy to understand, if you ask me, and I want to thank you very much for that.
No, not a problem.
Сега, продължавайки да се движим през деня, стигаме до най-интересното нещо, което успяхме да намерим, да ви покажем. Вижте какво е то и дано да имаме късмета производителя на това нещо да ни каже няколко думи повече за него. What could you tell us about...
So this is a Celtic Rambler. Myself and my husband, we actually live in it full time.
Okay, yes. How do you find that experience?
Absolutely love it. We've done it for 2 years now.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I envy you positively.
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
We're on to our 3rd year of travelling. We've been to most of the UK at the moment.
Nice.
Want
you have
to go
plans?
abroad.
Yes, that was going to be the question. Do you have plans for abroad? Where would be a destination for you, you reckon?
I think we'd try France first of all.
Yeah.
But then I think we might move on to maybe Germany.
I would suggest try and go a bit more eastern. There's nice places over there, and they have quite nice scenery, which basically allows you even to do a bit of wild camping.
Oh,
so if you've got power source, that's you sorted.
Yeah, so our van has, it's full of solar panels.
Lovely.
And we've also got a blanket that we put out when,
nice.
you know. We've done a little bit of using just the solar panels.
Okay.
The British weather hasn't been great so far, so
is it? we're all aware of that. But what would you tell us, let's say, about the layout of it? Is that by your own choice, or is that the way it's been made? Have you had any input in the way it's been laid out and designed?
So basically, they spec it to your specifications.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's very nice.
So,
what did you want it to have in there?
Well, we wanted the space. That was the first thing. So the slide out was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Also, we wanted something that we could unhitch. We didn't want a motorhome. We looked at a motorhome, but they're really...
I have the same understanding about the motorhomes, and probably a lot of people would disagree with me, but once you set up the motorhome, you fix there.
Exactly.
So you can't do nothing. That's why I prefer the caravans, because you just put it somewhere, you get your vehicle, you can run around with you.
So it's a motorhome that unhitches. That's what we like to say. You know.
That's a nice way to put it. I really like that.
Yeah. So the space we wanted, we didn't just want the corridor like the caravans, you know. So we went for that. Also, just being able to choose, it was like having a new house, really.
Okay.
Well, it is a new home. So we chose the colours of the leather for the sofa area.
Any choice of the wood, or is that something standard as it comes?
Yes, so we have darker wood than in there.
I see that this is laminate flooring, I presume.
Yes, yeah.
It's not just your standard vinyl like you would have on your caravan. That is a bit different.
Yes, definitely.
That makes it more homey, doesn't it?
Definitely, and again, you can choose the colour of that as well.
Perfect.
And then the
full-size
doors.
bed, I think there is on the mirror there.
King size, yeah.
King size
bed.
bed.
If it gets quiet, I'll take you inside and you can have a look.
Well, we don't want to interrupt, obviously, the people that they want to see it. But how about the bathroom? Because I would say that is a big. A lot of people prefer to have, like in the twin axle caravan, like we've got on the back there. They've got a designated room, which is a little bit longer, gives you the space for the shower, cubicle, and all that. What do you prefer, and what do you actually have?
So we've got a full-size shower in there. So when we're on a service pitch, we use our shower. We don't use any of the facilities on the site.
Perfect. That makes you totally independent.
Yeah, definitely. So, and it also means if you're off-grid where they haven't got toilets, then you've got your own bathroom facilities.
That is another question I was going to ask as well, but you hinted it really nicely. Is that with like a standard, if we can say it like that, Thetford cassette toilet?
Cassette toilet, that's what
or is
we've
it
got.
with a different type? Because they're limited to like, I think the biggest are 19 litres, 19 and a half litres.
Yeah, that's what we've got, but that's fine. But we don't have any problems with that. But again, that's another thing you can change in these.
Okay.
You can have things
that
like
is
a
so
Cinderella.
flexible. That sounds,
exactly.
It's like a Lego
amazing.
house, isn't it?
It is.
The subject that a lot of the people get pulled off or something like that is the pricing.
Yes.
How much did you end up paying for your one?
I can't actually remember myself. I mean,
Roughly, you don't need to be precise.
So this one's about 95. I mean, obviously we had extras added on.
Yeah.
I'd
Let's
say,
call it around
I'd say roughly
100,000.
around about 100, and then obviously the truck as well. So we had to get the truck.
Truck is separate,
So,
but
yeah,
it does
yeah.
get included in there because you have the you have to have the special
Yes.
kitchen attachment.
Yeah. So the hitch, they actually fit for you just before you get your van.
Oh, so that's included
so that's
with
all
them.
done. So that's like another couple of thousand, depending on the type of vehicle.
Yes.
There's certain vehicles they do it with. Again, you'd have to ask the staff about that. I know some of them, but I don't know all of them. But,
If we manage to get a bit of their time, I will ask
That
them
would
all
be
about
great.
the specifications
Yes.
because I'm interested in like the
Yeah.
weight, the width.
Yeah.
What sort of license do you need to have? Because this is
I
a
can
little
tell you
bit.
about the license.
Are you towing it
Yes.
as well?
I don't tow it. My husband does. But the license is before 1997. It's absolutely fine. You can drive it. You don't need a special license. You don't even need one if you pass after 1997.
Okay.
It's just a lower payload. So, but basically, when you have all the upgrades done, you
Yeah.
send all the details off. For not for the license, but for the
To be able to make the spec correct.
yes, yeah, definitely. So that's all done.
Okay, nice.
So, yeah.
Very nice. Thank you very much for
That's
that
no
inside
problem.
information.
Thank you very much.
And I'm hoping we'll manage to have a
Yes,
few words
I'll
with
see
the
if I can
people that
finally get
actually
in, or
build it.
George. Yes,
Thank you
okay.
for that.
No
I think
problem.
that will be interesting for the people to, because I know I would like to try something like that,
Yeah.
but since you don't have an opportunity to speak with someone like that,
Yeah.
you don't know what to expect. Because
Yeah.
I can live in something like this. I can
Yes.
co-op in that. Probably
Well,
my wife would be a bit
yeah.
more, you know.
Well, we do. We do live in it.
It's a
full time.
house.
And
It's a house on wheels.
Yeah, it's great.
Because
It's-
I'm looking
and it's-
after a truck, to be
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
If I want to swap one of my vehicles, it will be, I
Pickup.
prefer Volkswagen. So
Oh, yeah,
I would
you
go
can-
for an Amarok.
Yeah, and Amarok, that would be fine.
Because a 3-litre diesel tows up
Yeah.
to 3.5 ton, that's easy.
Yeah.
I've got a Touareg at the minute,
Yeah.
which again tows everything. I'm not worried
Yeah.
about that. A normal caravan and this
Yeah.
does
Yeah.
my eyes are staying there.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
constantly
and
looking at it.
It's manufactured in Wales, and it's all British-made parts. It's not. They're not.
Now that is very interesting because,
Yeah.
like you said earlier when we spoke earlier in the day,
Yeah.
it does look like it's American.
Yeah,
but
it's because of the
not.
setup. Yeah,
But it's not.
It's made for Europe, for UK roads, you see.
Perfect.
And obviously in Europe it's fine. So yeah.
Приятели, това беше експото в Бирмингам. Надявам се то да ви хареса толкова, колкото хареса и на мен. Най-голямо впечатление ми направи, както видяхте, предполагам, The Fifth Wheel. Само като лека информация искам да ви спомена, че получих специална покана да ви покажа какво се случва в кухнята на фабриката, която произвежда тези каравани. Останете с мен, за да видите това.